Have I any food on my face?
No, tell me, no, you don't.
Have I really?
District a really, really, really good week.
Thank you.
Cheers!
List more.
I feel absolutely delighted to be here. It feels completely surreal to finally be here on this project so long after it was first kind of put out into the world.
Well, apart from meeting this lassie about 600 years ago.
We're the grandparents, by the way, of this project, just to let you know, in case you hadn't already
Sorry, you have
spotted
to speak up a bit, dear. You have to speak up a bit, dear. I can't hear very well these days.
Oh God, I stole your line, didn't I? Come on.
I feel very excited. I'm having great fun finding a space for everything in the kitchen and thinking about everything I'm going to cook. And yeah, it's a very beautiful space we're in. I feel so excited about the week ahead, and we're going to have a great time and great food in our tummies.
The songs I've chosen are the ones that I felt were really relevant to the challenges that humanity needs to get to grips with and get on top of. So we're doing a song called Soil and Soul by Rowan Ryan-Gantz, and that's about climate change and our responsibility in relation to that.
Life is a story between clan and stranger, between landlord and crofter, between saints and nature. It's the
We've done a song called Poor Man's Lamentation that Hannah James brought to Songs of Separation, and that song is hundreds of years old. The lyrics are hundreds of years old, and yet it could have been written yesterday.
Oh, earth would be a holy place, a realm for angels fit.
It talks about, the growing gap between rich and poor, and that's definitely something that we witnessed through the pandemic. Probably one of our greatest challenges, really, as a society, is how do we create livable, great lives for everybody at all different tiers of society.
For want and woe and care.
We've done a song called the Unst Boat Song, which is a song that's in Norn, which is a dead language, really, a past language. You can still hear some of it in Shetland speak. And that one talks about bringing the men home safely from stormy seas.
Oh, Maria.
It's a sea prayer for the safe return of the men, and to my mind it kind of reminds us that we all need each other. Everybody's deeply interlinked in life. And the final song is called Road Less Travelled, which was largely written by Ryan-Gantz with help from Corinne Polwart and Kate Young. That song is, I guess, about self-actualisation, which is the notion that we can carve our own paths, and sometimes if you want to live differently to the norm, there's a bit of effort in it, but you can do it. Let's have a little run through now, as if it is that thoughtful place. So we're going inward for ourselves, we're going inward for everybody else, like the inner work that you do. Let's try and do it like that. Now, obviously, if we keep that feel all the way through, we still need to find ways of creating some sense of, do you know what I mean? A bit of oomph at places, but I definitely would love for the end of it to feel like so peaceful.
Walk your own way home. Walk your own.
What happened during the pandemic is I noticed how many community choir leaders, kept their people supported with online singing and bringing community, keeping the community together. And for loads of people, that was a really important thing because they weren't having a lot of contact outside. People who lived on their own or whatever. The choirs were vital to their survival in some ways.
Happy tears.
Happy tears.
That is so lovely.
It's just such a... I haven't got the words to describe it, so it's going to be a really rubbish interview. But I just really, really needed this. I was just saying how lovely it is to sing at this level with people who can just go and you're not note rashing. Because as a choir leader, we're really quite isolated, and especially where I am sort of geographically as well. And you give out a lot to choirs, and my choirs are my friends as well, and it's a very sociable choir, and the social side is as important as music to us all.
You know, like I ran my choirs, you know, since, well, those Sound Roots ones since 2009, and, you know, I did that like really by myself. I did everything myself for many years. Emotionally and mentally, there's a lot of like pressures, or, you know, like you've got ideas pinging around your head, and you don't always have someone to bounce them off from. And
sometimes taking choirs and being the person in charge, you can feel a bit on your own, a bit out on a limb, because you're just not seeing what anyone else is doing in other choirs. So it's been great to be here with a group of other people who take choirs, and just to share all our experiences.
Again, it's been really exciting and very surreal, and, you know, kind of strange almost. I've never been in a room with so many choir leaders before, so it's like, and suddenly, you know, I like overhear conversations, or, you know, I'm aware of the chat that's around me, and I'm just like, oh yeah, totally agree with that, yeah, absolutely, oh, someone else thinks the same, you know, and it's quite a surreal experience.
It's just been lovely to get to know them, and just to get to spend time with all the folks here.
It's been really nice sharing ideas here and hearing other people's approaches, because whilst a lot of it is the same experience, there's some differences, and it's been really interesting to learn about that as well.
I think having to learn all this stuff and being put in a position where we're the choir rather than the choir leaders has been a really interesting experience for everybody, and we've all been able to support each other through that. Often in a section you'll have one person that just gets it straight away, and then another one that needs a little bit of help and guidance, and it's been really nice watching that kind of push and pull, and I think that bonds you as a group as well, because you're all kind of leaning on each other.
Yeah, it's been very supportive.
It has so supportive, yeah. It's sort of crazy that we have only known each other for sort of 5 or 6 days as a group. It's such a bonded group. It's been so amazing meeting people, and you sort of, when you're singing together, you connect in a way that, I don't know, it's different to just sort of befriending people. That process of singing together, you have this connection, and I feel like we've made some amazing friends. I feel like we've all been through so much together throughout this, and what Jen has done has just given so much to all of us. I think that we've made some really firm friendships here. I don't think this is the last that we're all going to see of each other as a group. This is something that I think we'll be firm friends for life.
Yeah, and where did you grow up?
In France, but also in Germany.
And it was
List more and also. All is all.
She loosens her grip and this whole island slips away to soil and soul, soul and sea. What will we leave when we leave? What will we leave when we leave? Soil and soul, soul and sea. What will we lose if we lose? And what will we leave?